Welcome back. It's a Fulbright Friday with LP and LT. And,
Well,
as these days go by in quarantine, trying to think of things to do, ways to keep myself occupied. And I've been thinking about well, this is a perfect opportunity to try and get better at things, try and
mhm,
improve myself, try
mhm.
and learn new skills, take on new challenges,
Yep.
just grow as a person. My sister came across a challenge on Instagram that
Oh,
was, here we go. That was a couples challenge, and
okay.
I have not ever previously taken on any of those challenges. Like, I didn't actually even do the ice bucket challenge. I was challenged, but I was like, I'll just donate. I don't
Yeah.
need to, dunk myself in ice water.
No.
um but this one, we thought, what, we'll try it, we'll see how it goes. So we attempted to complete this challenge.
Mhm,
The results are interesting. Let's
mhm.
just roll the tape.
Two, one.
That that is really, really impressive. Like that I mean, you guys are like getting your workouts in. That's great. I have chosen to like do things that are very sedentary. But I have been practicing. So I've been practicing like I've picked up the piano again. I used to play when I was younger.
Four, one, two, set, go.
I have been playing a lot of Mario Kart on the Nintendo Switch. So I also go online if there's any like online gamers that would like to challenge me to Mario Kart.
You
I
can
will
create an online community. Yeah.
please. And I've also helped my daughter like with her scooter skills. So we've been practicing things. All right. Millie, ready? Set. Keep your eyes on the road, girl. Oh boy. So I think we're gonna have like lots of hidden talents after we come out of quarantine. Boy, are we talented. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about looking ahead and being strategic about all the things that you need to do to help prepare yourself to put together the most competitive application. And today we're gonna focus on the components that you would be drafting. And there's some information that you need to know before you jump into that process. So today we're gonna give you three things. Laura, LP.
I'll tell you number one. So number one is to think about the general timeline of these drafts. The very first thing that you should be focusing on before absolutely anything else is a statement of grant purpose. Before you tackle statement of grant purpose, it's first important to have chosen your grant, done your research, understand what you're applying to in the first place. But then you want to approach the statement of grant purpose essay, because this is really the rationale for what you're applying to do. Statement of grant purpose serves as the anchor for the rest of your application. It's important to do that one first, because that's the material, or that's the essay that you'd be sending to your recommenders, so they have a reference point of even what they're writing for. After you tackle the statement of grant purpose, then you can think about the personal statement, which is the essay that helps us understand what makes you tick, what has gotten you to this point of applying to this grant. And then only after you've done those two materials can you think about, or should you be thinking about, the short essay responses as part of the application. So don't even worry about those pieces of the application until you've tackled the other two essays, with the statement of grant purpose being first. LT,
The
what else?
domino that sets everything in line. Statement of grant purpose first. Do not send us the personal statement unless we have cleared and reviewed the statement of grant purpose. Number two, we always get this kind of question. Number two is about, when am I ready to write? Just because you've decided on your grant and you know what country you're applying to doesn't necessarily mean you're ready to start drafting. Really, the writing, the proposal, the statement of grant purpose is often a reflection of a lot of thinking and research that's gone on before that. So before you get to the point where you're going to start drafting the statement of grant purpose, you want to think about preparing yourself with designing the project, like thinking through all of the stages of that if you're a research applicant. And if you're an English teaching applicant, thinking about doing a lot of research on the host country's educational system, and equipping yourself with knowledge around teaching English as a second language. Go on YouTube and become familiar with those roles and kind of like the requirements of an English language instructor. Only after you've done a ton of thinking, a ton of outlining, maybe a couple meetings with your advisor, then you may be ready to write the proposal. But Fulbright proposals are very special proposals. What's a Fulbright proposal? Don't start writing it until you know what it is. Laura, how did they figure out what a Fulbright proposal looks like?
Prepare yourself, because you should check out these short webinars that we did on each of these essays. So we have done mini webinars on the statement of grant purpose for research grants, study grants, ETAs. If you were at that point of being ready to tackle that statement of grant purpose essay, you should first watch your respective webinar to understand, what is this prompt and what is this essay even looking for? How should I be thinking about my approach and the material I should bring to the table when completing this essay? So if you're at that point, you may watch the short webinars. They'll be included in this newsletter. If you're not yet ready to think about that statement of grant purpose, you're still doing your research into your grant type, kind of placement, or placement for ETAs, stay tuned, because we'll be announcing synchronous webinars on the statement of grant purpose essay for these different grant types coming up later in the summer.
Stay tuned.
It's the Fulbright Fan Club time.
We've gotten lots of comments. Our subscriber numbers are through the roof. Thank you.
Through the roof. Through the roof.
Through the roof. Raising the roof. Oh, that's fun. So we have a very nice fan writing in asking the question, what fictional place would you most like to go?
Fictional place. I would say Narnia.
You know what? I was actually just thinking that, and how bad an answer that is. Do you want to know why? And I was about to answer that too.
Well, actually, so it depends on which book. It depends on which book in Narnia, because when the winter comes, you don't want to be there in the winter.
No, and you don't want to be turned into stone. Like, this is creepy.
But like you do, like it is kind of fun to think about going to a place that has a sense of adventure. Like there should be some sense of danger. Like the whole point of participating in adventure is because there's some kind of excitement or participation involved. Yeah. So it depends upon what Narnia book.
Okay. I was also thinking about all the places I wouldn't want to go that were fictional, like Neverending Story. Do you remember this? Did you ever watch that? Betray You? Wonderful Worlds. Would I want to go there? No, I'm terrified. Of course, my favorite film of all time, Labyrinth with David Bowie. Super scary. Actually, I would go there. It would be worth it.
Yeah.
That's my answer.